make sure that everything, like permits and so forth, all that?
Yeah, I work with another partner I have, but he's not here at the moment, and we try to take the proper steps to make everything as legitimate as possible. The only thing is, as again I said, time wears down everything. So there's problems with this court that I've seen since I was about 16, and it's like specifically like the floor's been cracking. The root on the court itself, the root of a tree is actually coming off the floor. So at any given point, if anybody's playing or running, we could trip and fall, or
Which one is it?
It's Waring Park up there. The rims of the court itself is leaning, and even when you go into the playground, when kids are playing, there's like, when I was growing up, there was like 3 slides, it's down to like 1. Now the floor of the rubber of the floor is breaking. Oh, and the tree branches from the top of the trees, they're actually falling down. It actually fell in the summer while we were playing. And it's just a problem that's just going to end up getting worse. And I don't want to see, again, it being overlooked for another 25 years. So I'd rather get it done.
I have a little bit something to say about it.
So on Waring, Emmanuel, we have to tell you the entire park could use some. I mean, that's one of my favorite parks. I used to have a playground associate when I was chief of recreation there, so that's one of my favorite locations. I happen to have seen that park not too long ago, and when I looked at it, I wanted to cry. Because why? You're right. It hasn't been taken care of in a very, very long time. I mean, you still have some of the old, slides and things like that, the ones that I remember when I was young, okay? And that's a very long time ago, okay? And then it also has some port surfacing, which is something that has sort of deteriorated in terms of the playground itself. And you're absolutely right, the basketball courts have deteriorated. The whole playground, the whole site, and then the comfort station. The comfort station should be retrofitted to be able to be ADA accessible. So the entire area. And we did a cost analysis in terms of what it would cost for the entire park, and I have a cost of about $5.1 million. That the whole, and I know it sounds outlandish, but it's about $5 million to do the entire park, including the comfort station, retrofitting, and everything like that.
So ridiculous.
Just to separate it, the playground alone is $2.5 million. The comfort station is $1.4 million, and the basketball courts are $1.1 million. Okay. Now, one of the things that we look at in terms of the Parks Department, I have to say this as an agency official, is that if you do, it's best to try to do the whole park, or the whole park, not just part of it, because then you have one part that'll look great and then the other part looks terrible. I think holistically it's good to be able to try to do the whole park. Maybe the comfort station can wait, but we do have right now, we have $1.450 million appropriated, $1.4 million appropriated that's available. But in order to be able to try to do the entire park, we would need another $2.2 million to be able to do the playground and the basketball court. That's not even including the comfort station at all. Just to be able to do that.
So the city doesn't fund anything?
No, we have the elected officials. We ask the elected officials to be able to fund it.